Hello, I'm Allison Lotz, and welcome to TMN Television on Thursday, October 4th. Tonight we look at the final Aquadome concert in their Main Street space. We also see a political rally for Missouri Amendment 1, and later we have the Truman Sports Update. These stories and more tonight on TMN Television. You don't want to miss this. For 15 years, the Aquadome has been a part of the Kirksville community, but on September 22nd, they had their final blowout concert in their DIY space on Main Street with over 100 people in attendance. The Aquadome is an inclusive DIY space that allows for the community to come together to listen to bands, writers, and anyone who wants to share their talent. There have been 4 iterations of the Aquadome, according to Aquadome PR director Scout Sale. The first was not in an official space, but in people's houses and basements. The second was in an official space that ended up falling apart. The third location burned down, leading the Aquadome to the most recent space. Now that that space is gone, the Aquadome will start meeting in various places similar to the first iteration. Sales says she is saddened that they are leaving the current space because of the inclusivity and opportunities it provides.
Whenever I think about it, even places like other universities have these spaces, and Truman doesn't have this space, and we have things in place that allow kids to gain experience conducting events and doing these sorts of things, but not in the same way, and it's pretty sad.
Sodexo and the Office of Residence Life are proposing changes to the on-campus meal plans for future semesters. The changes are set to go into effect for the 2019-2020 school year and would consist of increased transferability value, meal transferability to Chick-fil-A, Sunday dinners in the dining halls, and more. On September 20th, ResLife and Sodexo hosted a round of presentations throughout the residence halls to explain the changes to dining on campus and get feedback from students. Clean Missouri held a rally in support of Amendment 1 with Kirksville community leaders. Amendment 1 is an initiative to lower political campaign contribution limits, eliminate lobbyist gifts of over $5, require legislative records to be open to the public, require a waiting period before politicians can become lobbyists, and ensure that no single party has an advantage when voting maps are redrawn after the 2020 census. The hour-long rally included speeches from community leaders like Nancy Copenhaver from League of Women Voters of Missouri, Reverend Anders Edstrom, James Harmon, a military veteran and Rotarian, Jessica Parks, a small business owner and homestead farmer, and Emma Ifrig, a Truman State University student. Amendment 1 will be on the November 6th ballot. The Missouri Department of Transportation and the City of Kirksville are planning improvements for Baltimore Street. These improvements will address road surfacing, curbing, sidewalks, signals, and water drainage issues. The improvements are expected to be included in MoDOT's 5-year plan. Amy Crawford, MoDOT area engineer for Adair, Scotland, Knox, Schuyler, Lewis, and Clark counties, says the state was previously not allowed to look at Baltimore Street for potential improvements because it's a supplementary route. Since a recent change in policy, however, MoDOT is now permitted to scope routes like Baltimore for improvement projects. Crawford says her department is creating plans which will be due at the end of the year and will consult the City of Kirksville to create any final plans. The old Kirksville High School is officially being demolished. The building has been condemned for the last decade. The City of Kirksville decided the building needed to be demolished after a year-long deliberation. So far, there are no concrete dates as to when the building will be demolished, but the project is expected to be finished within the year. The Codes Department is currently putting together a bid process for contractors to demolish after acquiring the building for $0. According to City Manager Mary Maycomer, the city plans to create a park with the vacant space. Assistant City Manager Ashley Young says the building holds a lot of significance to the community, but the council ultimately finds it's best to demolish. After the break, stay tuned for the Truman Sports Update, but before all that, let's look at this week's forecast.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
After its conference win against William Jewell College on Truman Family Day, Bulldogs football looks to win its second conference matchup when it travels to McKendree University on Saturday. Truman has been a defensive power so far this season, holding opponents to 21 points or less in 4 of the 5 games this season, and ranking among the conference leaders in scoring defense, rushing defense, opponents' third down conversion percentage, quarterback sacks, and tackles for loss. The Bulldogs hope to continue their legacy of strong defense heading into the weekend. The National Fast Pitch Coaches Association announced the winners of its NFCA Student Athlete Honors Awards for the 2017-2018 academic year, and 11 members of Truman Softball are among the recipients. Those 11 Bulldogs include Adrian Compton, Riley Cook, Jamie Fowle, Alyssa Hadjick, Morgan McMahon, Michaela Mooney, Ashley Murphy, Katie Orenstein, Kayla Quanstrom, Krista Reisinger, and Alyssa Rivera. Truman finishes its 2018 fall season on Sunday against Culver Stockton College before starting up the 2019 season in February at Trevecca Nazarene's Music City Invitational. Despite dropping the first set to Quincy University, Bulldogs volleyball came back strong and never looked back, winning the following 3 sets in a row and taking the win in Quincy. Tuesday's victory marks the 8th consecutive win for Truman's volleyball squad, who jumped to a conference record of 7-2 and now rank 4th in a conference of 14 teams. Truman plays Rockhurst University on Friday, where one team's 8-game winning streak will have to be snapped. This has been your Truman Sports Update. Be sure to stay tuned after the break.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. For complete news coverage, be sure to stay tuned to KTRM and pick up a copy of The Index, and check out our news content on tmn.truman.edu. You can also follow TMN on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for breaking news updates. If you missed part of our broadcast tonight, check out TMN TV on YouTube. And if you've ever thought about being on TV, be sure to head on over to tmn.truman.edu/apply to fill out an application today. From all of us here at TMN, thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of the week.